Hello students, welcome to the next session on computer graphics and visualization. So in this session we'll begin with the next module of our syllabus, that is module 2. So in this particular video session we'll be discussing what do you mean by field area, so what do you mean by polygon fill areas, how can we classify the polygons into concave and convex polygons, different ways to identify the concave polygons, splitting a concave polygon into convex polygon, and so on. Okay, so let us begin this next module, module 2 of our syllabus. Let us first try to understand what do we mean by fill area or the filled area. So an useful construct for describing the components of a picture is an area that is filled with some solid color or pattern. We call such an area as a filled area. Okay, so it's an area that is filled with some solid color or some pattern. All the examples that is given here, it's an example for an area which is filled with solid colors. Now instead of colors we can also fill it with a given pattern. Okay, so such an area is called as a filled area. A picture component of this type is specifically referred to as a filled area or a fill area. That is an area that is filled with some solid color or pattern which is used for describing the components of a picture. We call it as fill area or the filled area. Now, the graphics routines can more efficiently process the polygons than the other kind of field shapes. As you can see, this is one circle. This is made up of multiple polygons. Here it is one more blob kind of a shape. Now, graphics routines can more efficiently process polygons than other kinds of field shapes because polygon boundaries are described with linear equations. If you consider any polygon, its boundaries are defined using linear equations. Okay. Now, let us see what you mean by polygon fill areas. A polygon is a plane figure specified by a set of 3 or more coordinate positions called the vertices that are connected in sequence by straight line segments called the edges or the sides of a polygon. Now, when we talk about a polygon, there are two things we need to consider: the vertices and the edges. Okay. So what is a polygon? A polygon is a plane figure that is specified by a set of 3 or more coordinate positions called as the vertices. So to draw a polygon we need a minimum of 3 vertices. We can also have 3 or more number of vertices. So the minimum number of vertices that are required to form a polygon is 3. And these 3 vertices should be non-collinear. They should not lie on a same line. A polygon is a plane figure specified by 3 or more coordinate positions called as the vertices. Now these vertices are connected in sequence by a straight line segments called as the edges or the sides of a polygon. So every polygon is having a bunch of vertices, minimum 3, and a bunch of edges or the straight line segments that connect these vertices together to form the edges or the sides of a polygon. It is required that the polygon edges have no common point other than the endpoints. Okay, the polygon edges should not have any common points other than their endpoints. Thus, by definition, a polygon must have all its vertices within a single plane and there can be no edge crossings. Okay, the edges should not cross each other in case of a polygon, and all the vertices should lie on a single plane. This is the condition that is required. Polygon must have all the vertices in a single plane and there can be no edge crossings. Now, examples of polygons include the triangles, rectangles, octagons, decagons, and so on. Any plane figure with closed polyline boundary is alluded to as a polygon. Okay, any plane figure with a closed polyline boundary is considered to as a polygon, and on with no crossing edges is referred to as a standard polygon or a simple polygon. So a polygon is a plane figure with a closed polyline boundary. Then what is a simple polygon or a standard polygon? A polygon with no crossing edges is referred to as a standard polygon or a simple polygon. So in a simple polygon we don't have the edges which are crossing against each other. Okay. Let us look at one particular scenario. Now, for a computer graphics application, it is possible that a designated set of polygon vertices do not lie exactly on one plane. There may be some instances where for one polygon all the vertices are not lying on a single plane. Okay, in that particular example, what we can do is we can split this polygon into different sub polygons, one for each of the planes, right? So remember, a polygon is a plane figure specified by a set of 3 or more coordinate positions called the vertices that are connected in a sequence by straight line segments called as the edges or the sides of a polygon. What is the standard polygon? A standard polygon is a polygon with no crossing edges. Okay. Now let us look at the classifications of polygons. Polygons are classified into two types. We have convex polygon and concave polygon. Okay, there are two classifications of polygon. First one, we have something called as convex polygon, and then we have something called as a concave polygon. Let us see what do we mean by convex and concave polygons. First, let us try to understand what do we mean by convex polygon. The polygon is convex if all the interior angles of a polygon are less than or equal to 180 degree, where an interior angle of a polygon is an angle inside the polygon boundary that is formed between two adjacent edges, right? So this is an example for convex polygon. Let us see what is a convex polygon as per the definition. The polygon is convex if all the interior angles of a polygon are less than or equal to 180 degree, where an interior angle of a polygon is the angle inside the polygon boundary that is formed by two adjacent edges. If you consider any two adjacent edges here, that angle will be less than 180 degree, and hence this particular polygon can be considered as a convex polygon, the one on the left. An equivalent definition of a convex polygon is that its interior lies completely on one side of the infinite extension of line, or it lies on one side of the infinite extension line of any of its edges. So one more alternate definition or equivalent definition of a convex polygon is that its interior lies completely on one side of its infinite extension line of any of its edges. Okay, let us see what do you mean by that. So if we consider this particular polygon, the polygon on the left. Okay, now if we extend any of the edges, let us say I extend this edge infinitely. Okay, what we observe is all the other vertices will be lying on only one side of the polygon, right? Only on this side. So this is one more condition to consider that it is a convex polygon. If you extend one of the edges of a polygon infinitely and all the vertices or its interiors lying on only one side of the infinite extension of any of its edges, we consider as a convex polygon. As you can see, I have extended this edge infinitely, and we can see that the entire interior of the polygon is lying on only one side of this particular extended edge. So this is one more condition we need to check for a convex polygon. There is one more condition. Also, if we select any 2 points on the interior of a convex polygon, the line segment joining the 2 points is also in the interior. For example, let me consider 2 points, one point here and one more point here. If I connect these two line segment, something like this. Okay, so let me just erase that. Okay, so if I consider any 2 points within a polygon, let me consider 2 points, one point over here and one more point over here. So any 2 points on a polygon, if you are going to join them together, the line connecting these 2 points within the polygon should also lie within the polygon. So if you select any 2 points in the interior of a convex polygon, the line joining the 2 points should also lie in the interior of the polygon. So that is one more condition for checking if it's a convex or a concave polygon. So what is a convex polygon? Convex polygon is a polygon if all the interior of angles of a polygon are less than or equal to 180 degree, where an interior angle of a polygon is an angle inside the polygon boundary that is formed by two adjacent edges. We check that condition here, that is found to be true. So first condition is true for this particular convex polygon. Also, if the interior of a polygon lies completely on one side of the infinite extension line of any of its edges, we call it as a convex polygon. So if I infinitely extend this edge of a polygon, you find that the interior of a polygon is lying on only one side. So this is one more condition to check if it's a convex polygon. Third condition, if we identify any 2 points within a polygon, and if we join these two these 2 points with a line segment, if the line segment is also lying within the polygon, we call it as a convex polygon. So these are the 3 conditions for checking if a polygon is convex or a concave polygon. Then let us see what do you mean by a concave polygon. A polygon that is not a convex polygon, by default it becomes a concave polygon. So a polygon that is not a convex is called as a concave polygon. Now here we can see the polygon on the right hand side is a concave polygon. Okay. The term degenerate polygon is often used to describe a set of vertices that are collinear or that have repeated coordinate positions. So let us check the conditions here once again. The first condition for convex polygon is all the interior angles should be less than 180 degree. Now if we consider this angle here, right, as it is shown in this diagram, this angle is definitely greater than 180 degree. So the first condition for convex polygon is false. So this is not a convex polygon, it's a concave polygon. What is the second condition that we have? The second condition that we have is, if we extend any of the edge of a polygon, the entire interior of a polygon should lie on only one side of a polygon. So let me just extend say this edge infinitely. Okay, let me just extend this edge infinitely. I am going to just represent using dotted line. So if I extend this edge infinitely, so what do we get? We get that one part of the polygon is lying within it and one part of the polygon is lying on the opposite side of the infinitely extended edges, right? So let me just draw it once again. So if I extend this polygon edge something like this and something in this direction, you can see one part of the polygon is lying below this extended edge and one part of the polygon is lying above the polygon edge. So the second condition is also failing. What about the third condition? If you identify any 2 points within the polygon, the line connecting these 2 line segments, these 2 end points should lie completely within the polygon. So let us check if it is possible here. If I consider one point here and one more point here, and if I connect these 2 line segments, these 2 endpoints with the line segment, you can observe this particular portion of the polygon is not lying within the polygon. This particular portion of the polygon will not be lying within the polygon. Hence the third condition is also false here. Okay, the first condition was if any of the interior angle is greater than 180 degree, then we can consider it as a concave polygon. Okay, similarly if we extend one of the edges, so I have extended this edge here. So if you extend any one of the edges, if the interior of the polygon is split by this edge into 2 regions, so we can call it as a concave polygon. That is also true in this case. And third case is if you identify any 2 points within the polygon and if we connect these 2 points using a line segment, the line segment should lie entirely within the polygon, which is not lying in this particular case. Hence this second polygon on the right, it's a concave polygon. So this is a convex polygon, this is a concave polygon. I hope you people have understood the difference between a convex polygon and a concave polygon. Okay, so let us proceed. Now the next step is how do we identify what are the characteristics of a concave polygon. Okay, what we just discussed just now, a concave polygon has at least one interior angle greater than 180 degree. Okay, so it's having at least one interior angle, that is angle between at least one of a pair of edges which is greater than 180 degree. Second condition is the extension of some edges of a polygon will intersect the other edges, and Some pair of interior points will produce a line segment that intersects the polygon boundary. We just discussed that now. That is this line segment. It intersects the polygon boundary. So these are the characteristics of a concave polygon. All these characteristics are opposite to that of a convex polygon.